Hi guys. So welcome to my show. Just kidding. So
it's not a surprise to anybody.
I know.
Sure.
I've been playing with, you know how I love to play with the resin and different projects, and I really haven't had any projects. I've got several things that I am working on, and this is one of them that we're going to show you today. So a while back, a few months ago, I gave my oldest sister, which she's only 11 months older than me, a cutting board that I had made, and I started one for my little sister, but it didn't work out and I still haven't given it to her, so I decided to make her something different with the resin. So I made this board. I just made it. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I had a epiphany. Is that a word? Epiphany?
Yeah.
Okay, so this
is a big word for you.
It's a big word. So this is what I like to call, and I don't know what you call it. I am not a professional with this stuff, you guys. I just play with it, and this is what I call my dirty pour. And if you go back and watch video number, what is that, hashtag or whatever, 424, you will see me teaching the class that we did back in October with several of my lady friends, and it'll show you how we do the dirty pour. So this is what it is, and I bought this. It's just like I think it's a 12-inch round that I got at Home Depot, and it's what, 1/4 inch thick, you think?
It's probably 1/2 inch thick.
About 1/2 inch thick. And actually had two of them. One of them I'm making a clock, if I can get the right clock pieces. But this one is one, again, I'm making for my sister. So,
and what are you going to do with it?
That's what I'm going to tell you. You just can't stand it. Oh my gosh. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to make a Lazy Susan out of this. And so we had the Lazy Susan hardware, and so I thought, well, I'm going to watch some videos and I can do this. So I watched several videos and I thought, you know, I can't do this. So I am going to work with Dave. Dave is going to help me do this. I asked him, and of course he said absolutely he would love to do it. So Dave and I are going to work on putting this together for Lazy Susan. So I asked Eric, and he'll show you on another part of the video, he cut a base for me for it, and then I'm going to put some finish on it so that we seal it up, and then I think we're going to spray it blue. You took the blue outside to match the blue. My sister's kitchen is blues and yellows, so that's why I went with these colors. So anyway, on the next scene, I guess you'll see Eric cutting the circle, and then the following scene after that, you'll see me spraying it or something. I don't know how Eric wants to put it together, but then I get to work with Dave. So this is my part of it, and you know Dave, he likes to teach. So you probably won't be hearing much from me on the next, the part of it where we're putting it together, but that's okay, that's what I wanted. So I get to work with Dave, and we're gonna put together this Lazy Susan. So keep watching, and next step.
All right, folks, so now this is going to be my part. I'm going to cut a circle out of 3/4 inch MDF. That's what Vicki and Dad are going to use for the base for the Lazy Susan. So we've showed the Onzurid before, but we haven't showed it in a while. This is what they call an inverted router. It's got air hooked up to it through the back, and then there's a channel that goes here that there's a big vacuum hooked up that pulls most of the sawdust that way. And so what happens is there's a big 3.5 horse router here that goes up and down with a foot pedal, but as soon as the foot pedal starts to move, this pneumatic pin engages, and it's basically set up 1-to-1 with 1/4 inch and a 1/4 inch pin. You can change those, but for this I want to cut 1-to-1, so I'll show you how it works. So this pattern has screws in it, and those are just pattern screws. So this would be the same type of pattern that you could make for using the hand router with the template guide. This is just a machine that's made to do it a little bit easier. And this machine itself is at least 30 years old. We've cut hundreds of thousands of pieces with this machine. We have to replace the router once in a while. Huh?
I thought you were going to move it up.
Oh yeah, I am going to do it up here. Thank you for reminding me. So I just take and I put my screws down into the MDF. Hopefully that'll hold. It should, but you got to have a hold of it. And now, so the material moves and the router stays stationary. Here we go. And there's our piece. So sometimes it'll leave a little mark like that. You just got to sand down. But other than that, there's our base for our Lazy Susan. So I just wanted to kind of, for those of you that might be brand new that haven't seen what these Onsrids are. Again, this is made by CR Onsrid out of North Carolina. This machine has been a workhorse for us. We actually have several of these, but it is an amazing machine. You can do so many different kinds of things with it, and this is what we do with it. We cut letters and numbers mostly. This is a pattern that is the same kind of thing, but this pattern is made out of solid Lexan. And then Dad, is being a machinist, is a master pattern maker, so he made all the patterns for these, and that's how we cut letters and numbers. And you can do internal cuts as well as external cuts. Hang on just a second, let me grab it. This is a pattern, another pattern, HDPE on top of Lexan. And again, you can do internal cuts as well as external cuts. Anyway, just kind of let you guys know how we do some of our stuff. So we'll move on now. It'll get over to Vicki, and Dad will take it over from here.
Okay guys, so again we have the circle that Eric cut for me out of the 3/4 inch MDF, and I was going to spray it white, but Eric said that this stuff really soaks up whatever you put on it. So we are going to put on here the kills to kind of seal it up, and then I will spray it white. The kills, I guess, will...
Yeah, especially on the edge, and anybody that's worked a lot with MDF that's painted it, on the edge it's literally like a sponge. So on the surface, front and back, not that much, but on the edge, man, that stuff. But this kills, I have found, really seals up that edge. Almost like...
Anchor seal kind of stuff?
Yeah, almost like anchor seal, or the stuff we use for resin.
Oh, the penetrating epoxy.
Penetrating epoxy, yeah. Yeah.
Eric doesn't like the way I do this.
That's true.
Sorry.
Well, you're going to, see, that's just a primer, so you're going to put more white on top of that. So, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, this stuff dries, especially on a day like today. It's probably 95 to 100 degrees. That stuff will be dry in a matter of minutes. And if you guys are doing a project like this, I would definitely put 3 or 4 coats of this kills on, then sand it down lightly, and then you can put your color on.
So I have to sand it in between coats?
Not necessarily in between coats, but before you put your final.
Oh, okay.
Before you put your regular color on, you want to sand it down.
All right, so now I'm just going to let this dry, and then I'll go ahead and put another couple coats on it, and then we'll come back when I'm ready to paint it.
Okay, we're going to put a Lazy Susan bearing on this handy little thing that Vicki made. You know, Vicki never put a Lazy Susan bearing on one before, so she asked me to give her a hand, so I'm gonna help her out. Now it may be that I'll have to drill a little pilot hole, but I think now this is a little trick. I've got a couple of little magnets here. I've got a couple of little magnets, and by putting magnets on there, that makes this magnetic. Yeah, I was hoping that would go in like that without drilling a hole. So I've got this squared up now. What I did is I just took the 4 points. I'll do it on camera. I took this so that all 4 points were squared up within like a 32nd of an inch. So if it's within 30 thousandths, that's close enough.
Yeah, I watched videos on how to do this, and it looked easy. I figured Dave could do it better.
It isn't really that difficult. It takes it's nice to have done it a few times, and I've done it a lot of times.
That's why I brought you and asked you for help.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to mark that hole.
I don't think
Where's your other pin? Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it marked.
It's there.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this. I think this is 3/8 or a 1/2 inch. It's 1/2 inch. So I'm going to drill a 1/2 inch hole here.
And why is that?
Well, I'll show you in a minute.
you're going to drill into my bench?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
You want a sacrifice piece?
No, I'm going to just take it out over the edge.
Okay.
Want me to help you hold it down here?
You live on the edge anyway.
So I just drilled it through till the point came through on the other side. Now I'm going to finish it up on this side.
So why do you do that?
We're
Well,
gonna,
You just
we're
drill
gonna
it
show
all the
you.
way through.
Just because it'll throw up a burr. And especially if you come all the way through with it, depending on the wood that you're working with, it'll chip out.
Okay.
And this is already painted and everything, so I just didn't want it to chip out. So, now we've got this. We'll turn this over, and we'll have to center this up. Now, by doing that, this hole lines up with this hole, so I can get through here, drill into this, and attach a screw from this side, attach it directly to this. So,
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
so let's.
I brought the bigger one if you want the bigger one.
Oh, this I think I'll do it. Yeah, let's see.
Couldn't you turn it upside down and make a mark?
Turn what
What?
upside down?
Draw.
Yeah, I could, like this, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a
and
good
then
idea. Or if you don't want to make a mark on it, you could do it with, put a piece of tape, then the tape is removable.
I can do it this way, just go with from the 4 sides. One thing when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're fairly close to the center. Otherwise, when you turn it over, it'll kind of
Be wobbly.
you'll see a wobble in it, and it doesn't hurt anything. It still turns, but it's still.
Life is all about balance.
Yeah, right.
Grasshopper.
Well, that's a good idea.
Move it up just a smidge.
So now all I do is eyeball it, make sure it's within that center, and then just turn this enough so that I see a screw hole down there.
See, the guy that I watched, he did it inset, so he'd inset those square things, and I was like, I don't want, oops. Makes it look so easy compared to what the other guy had, like a 20-minute video. Sorry. See?
There's still another screw down in there, but I'll dump it out when I'm done.
Gosh, you made it look so easy. It's crazy. Oh, it almost came up out of there. There it is. Yay!
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
That puts a whole new spin on things.
So it looks like it's spinning.
Dang!
Looks like it's spinning pretty true.
Yeah, it is.
It's within probably a 64th.
Yeah.
It's within 10 or 15 thousandths.
That's awesome. That guy that I watched, it was at least a 20-minute video. Made it look so much harder. Very cool.
Well, I've done a few of them. You know, back in the day, I guess, I don't know how.
What you're gonna say.
I don't know how old you were at the time, but I sort of designed and invented something like this, and they called it a twist board. And I had two big circles. I had a Lazy Susan bearing, and they were made just to do the twist on for exercise. And
you never did anything with it, and somebody else did.
I think somebody else did.
I remember seeing old movies, old, 8mm movies of Renee and Vicki on that twist board in San Jose.
Yeah.
Literally, I think I was 1 or 2 years old.
Yeah, you were just a baby.
barely.
Yeah.
And you remember that? Oh, seeing the movies, not
I saw the
actually.
movies, yeah.
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 I remember seeing the
But I
books, too.
made the twist board, and then I think somebody copied it and manufactured some. But I don't think anybody's ever done anything since the internet came around.
Oh, there you go.
Might be time for me to
everybody's stuck at
reintroduce
home.
the twist
Yeah,
board.
maybe Chubby Checker is still around. You can get him to promo it for you.
Anyway, guys,
that's
he made it so easy. I was worried, because I couldn't do it, but that's Eric's. But I could definitely do that, but I'm glad Dave did. Anyway, so that is...
you could do it.
Yeah, now that I know how...
Yeah,
that was,
because what I did was just
that's
basic.
I mean. That when I watched the videos that I watched, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Once you understand how it works and how to do it, it really isn't that difficult, but it's kind of, when you think about it, it's like, how does that work? How do you make that? But once
Anyway.
you figure that out, it's actually pretty simple.
So that is a gift for my sister.
All right, wrap it up, guys.
Thank you, Dave. Awesome.
Okay, this is my square.
Nope, yours is over there. That's Eric's.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Dave, for helping.
You're welcome.
And I guess that's it. We close her up. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love for you to subscribe. Click the little icon so you get notified when Eric gets
Hand me that drill.
this one.
Yeah.
When we get post new videos. If you have any questions, you can email me at vickywithdavesigns@gmail.com or Eric at makerwoodsign.com. I think I said mine wrong. Mine is vickywithdavesigns@gmail.com.
Yeah, you
is
said
that
it
what
right.
I said?
Yeah.
I always say it wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't like the video, that's okay. So we will see you guys all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.